L.O.D, assuming that stands for less of Desiigner because that's all you want when you've listened to this EP, is an EP by Desiigner, and it is very long awaited because I don't think anyone was waiting for this, really, were they? Long awaited is not the right term. It's an EP that is long overdue, because this guy blew up a few years back, 2016 I think, with Panda. You all know Panda. I got bros in London. A pretty banger-esque, trap banger-esque banger that people likened to Future and accused him of ripping off Future. The success of that song was boosted by the fact that Kanye West included it on his album, An Interpolation, on part 2, which worked pretty well, and of course helped Desiigner elevate to massive success with the song. And it was pretty obvious from that point that it was going to be a one-hit wonder. It just sounded like a one-hit wonder. Like the minute you hear the song, you were just like, yeah, this is never gonna be topped, and the guy is not gonna receive any success. It was kind of like an Iggy Azalea situation where, like, you know, the person in question was just slandered instantaneously. Iggy Azalea due to, you know, racial issues, and Desiigner because of he was a rip-off of Future, basically. And I also thought that he was basically doing what Future was doing. However, on this new EP, I think he's sort of stepped away from Future's style a little bit, which I can commend him on. But that's all I really have to say that's positive, honestly. I mean, the first track, he flows really well. I do think this is a good, solid song, and that was kind of the song that made me think, oh, actually, you know what, he's not as Future-ish on this one. Then it just tanks after that. It really takes the biggest fall it could ever possibly have ever done. It's bad. It's really bad. The second track, where he's just throwing in all those, like, it just sounds shit. I mean, at least he's took his time with this one. He didn't just throw out a mixtape because of all the hype like he did with New English. At least it's been a few years, but like there's not much effort in terms of the rapping, like, at all. After Party is just like a really boring song. He's talking about this girl, and he's like, he sounds confused when he's saying after party. Like, he's not entirely sure if she was even at the after party. He's like, after party? Like, it's like he forgot his lines in a script or something, except the only line is like basic as fuck, and yet he still doesn't seem to say it with much confidence at all. It's so weird. Destination is this auto-crooning R&B shit crap jam, honestly. It just sounds like Party Next Door. It's really uninteresting, uninspired, generic, I want to say too. It really is just any old R&B song from the 2010s. And I did say that he's sort of stepped away from Future, but, you know, on the track Pop It, he's doing a similar thing to Future. So even the one positive thing I said about this album, it kind of gets taken away at the fourth track. So maybe there isn't any validity to what I said at all. It's like he's here to remind us, like, I can still do these trap bangers, guys, but I don't sound original doing it. Kinda why you lost all the hype in the first place, Desiigner, maybe? Like I said, the opening track, he's flowing well. I thought it was just going to be hype banger after hype banger, but it certainly was not, and we hit an unbelievable low once we get to LA to New York. I go from LA to New York. Chop you with a spoon or a fork. Like, you can't just say things because they rhyme. Like, that's not how it works. Like, no. Honestly, terrible. He says that about 10 times in a row, and then he goes on to something else which he says another 10 times in a row. Guys, honestly, I don't know if I'll do a worst songs of the year list, but if I decide to, this has got to be on there. Unbelievably shit. It's just everything wrong with monotone, repetitive, overly simplistic rap, that's flooded the past 10 years. And I know, like, there's a time and a place for fun, catchy rap, but that's the thing, there's a time and a place, and it's just like, you want to shake the people that listen to this kind of thing on a regular basis and be like, why don't you listen to something else? You know, it's like, it's not even done well. Like, that's the issue. It's not like it's fun rap, it's just bad, it's repetitive, there's nothing being said, it's just drivel. I know no one's going to talk about this EP because why would you? I mean, it's Desiigner, it's a guy that we all kind of know isn't very good at this point, isn't particularly interesting. He never was at the start, but still, I was just so shocked at how bad this was that I had to say something. Yeah, don't bother with this. Listen to the new Saba album, please. Quelly Chris and Jean Grey, Elzai and Crisis. Just not this. Just if you're watching me right now and you've not listened to any of those three albums, just listen to those. And that is all. This EP was not good. Have a good day.